guys, welcome to the next video. So today is like a glowy skin makeup look, very natural, but also accentuating kind of your natural look. Putting makeup on, but not putting it on to the point where it looks really obvious. So very glowy, very dewy, sticking to kind of the deep browns and kind of reds, but not as strong as I did in the other look. So what I'm going to do today is introduce a product that I've never used before. This is the Makeup by Mario, and it's by no means new. It's 2 years old. I got it for Christmas. It's the Soft Sculpt Transformation. It's Transforming Skin Enhancer. So I've seen mixed reviews about this. Some people have said it's a good bronzer. Some people have said it's an overall enhancer. Some people have said it hasn't really made a difference in terms of any other product they have in terms of high end or low end. So this is what the packaging looks like. You get it says how many you get 0.18 ounces, so darker than I expected. This is the light, but again, it is a skin enhancer. It's kind of a cream kind of consistency, got a little bit of a glow there, so that's what I wanted to bring it in today. So I've done my skincare, and now what we're going to do is do the primer, which is going to be my W7 Prime Magic. Now some people mix it, they don't mix it in, but they put their foundation on before and their concealer, so that's what I'm going to do today. My skin is doing really well, but you can still, I see, have red kind of areas in the T-zone. I'm really looking after the skin, trying to kind of drink a lot of water as well, and more than I would usually, just kind of trying to start the year right. So what we're doing is just getting that around the face. This is the W7 Prime Magic. There is a clear one, but the green one is anti-redness. So we're just going to pop some on. It comes out like in a gel formula, like that, and you can kind of just dot it around where you need it. So that's what I do. And I think this is a perfect look for winter because you are very clean looking, clean makeup kind of aesthetic look. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so that's, I think, enough. Again, my skincare is done. What I'm going to do today is I'm going in with my Rimmel Kind and Free, and this is a BB cream. So the other thing that I wanted to say is I'm trying to keep the skin in terms of foundation light. So I want to keep it nice and light. So that what we're going to do is go in now. It's the Kind and Free Moisturizing Skin Tint Foundation. This is 10 Rose Ivory, and this is from Rimmel. It's their Kind and Free range. I'm going to dot that on with my finger, and I'll show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like, and we're just going to dot that around on our face like this. I think this year the one thing I want to look out for and kind of ensure is my health, my body, my skin. So I'm going to kind of start off the right way. I've got protein shakes coming, and I've got some already from Juice Plus, which I have been using. And I'm going to go back onto my green smoothies. I have a huge kind of, not huge, but I do have a kind of section on my channel where you can see I've done some green smoothies over the years, and I am going to get back to that. So what I'm going to do is just use my blender, and I'm just going to, you can use the brush and then go back in with the sponge if you want to, but I'm just dotting it around over the red areas with the sponge. We will go in with concealer. I'm going to go in with my multi-use, and this is the Maybelline Eraser Multi-Use Concealer in the peach tone. And I usually put that on, if you've seen my videos before I put on any concealer. So again, really going to focus on, if you're saying what is this video, kind of what's this makeup tutorial, keeping your skin glowy and light. The other thing I would say, guys, is skincare is key. So what you do with your skin before you put on any makeup is definitely the key to this look, and it's the key to any look really. If you're looking for a really good look outcome in any makeup look, the skin, looking after your skin, it really pays off, because it just enhances what you do. So let's just get on some of our so that's just kind of one coat, and it does kind of have a little bit of a glow. I like the fact that it says it's light to medium coverage. It's very moisturizing, it's very hydrating. I might put on one more. It's a really good match for me as well. So yeah, I'm really going to try kind of in terms of my health. I just want to stay on the right track, because I have not been very well from September onwards. I've been getting like migraines, but the migraines just won't go, and then when they do go, they kind of leave me dizzy. So I'm going to the doctor, and I've got kind of some appointments for that, just to see kind of if there's anything else they can do. They have to be really careful about the medication they put me on, because obviously when you're working, there needs to be kind of a medication you can use that's not like drowsy, it doesn't have any side effects like that. So I am really hoping they can help me this year, because when they come on, guys, they don't only leave me dizzy, so when the dizziness kind of fades or goes as such, then you just get that tired. It's like you haven't slept. You feel really, really tired. So it's been tough. It's been really tough. I've put off my driving test because of it. So what I mean by that is that I want to be in really good health. So the theory I passed, there's always somebody in the car with me. I only really use the car if I need to go to storage and there's somebody with me anyway. But I have just purposely made sure that my test is more like the practical is going to be kind of July time, because then it just gives me, it's kind of midsummer, but it gives me a chance just to get myself back on track. And I think the key to looking after yourself is also surrounding yourself with people that enhance. So if you're around people that you know that they could do so many things, but they're just not in the mindset to do it yet, and you're kind of maybe a step ahead, sometimes that can kind of leave you with a little bit of residue in terms of emotional residue. So sometimes if you try to kind of have people in your life that maybe are on the same journey as you, which isn't always possible, but maybe you and your friends have made resolutions, family, partners, things like that, it really helps the overall kind of balance of your life. So that's kind of 2 applications. I really like it, guys. I think it's perfect every day. If you're not somebody who wants full-on coverage, but you also have skin that doesn't need full-on coverage, I've really been looking after my skin. I would usually go in this time of year with a high coverage moisturizing foundation, because that's generally what I need during winter. But again, as I said, I'm really going to try and just look after myself in general. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with that multi-use concealer. And we're going to twist cap. This is from Maybelline, and we're just gonna pop it, really gently dabbing it in places where we don't need. So what I want to do is, this wants to look minimalist, but also like you've really, really glowy skin and you're taking care of yourself. You're going out kind of with a not as kind of barely there as a no makeup look, but there as in clean, fresh, nice skin, kind of just fresh looking. And so that's what we're going for. So again, I'm going to go in and I dab this under the eyes really, really gently. I do have a nighttime skincare routine that was part of my vlog when I went to storage, that you can always take a look at if you want to, but it is requested if you would like me to do my nighttime and daytime skincare routine, do let me know and I can do that. So now, so it's kind of like, it doesn't look like I've put on a lot, and that's what I want. That's the outcome, guys. And we're gonna go in now with my e.l.f. And this is again the hydrating concealer that I've used a lot, and it really just benefits my skin and what the type of skin I have. So again, I'm going there, here, a couple of dots here, and then here. And then we're just gonna go over the areas that you feel you need to. For me, it's the chin area. The redness doesn't seem to kind of fade, but what I want to fade there is just the breakouts, basically. That's what I want to fade. So we're going to pop that down. Again, I'm going in with the smaller blender this time, and I'm just dabbing in the inner corners because that's gone a little bit more. We are intentionally putting a little bit more on, and so I want a smaller blending sponge. You can use a brush if you want to, but I like to kind of really gently press that into the skin. I used to go in a lot with a wet sponge, and I found over time that it diluted the product, and so I tried to get a dry sponge, or it's slightly sticky in terms of damp sponge, but this is dry and I find it just works better for my skin. So okay, so this is, again, it's just giving us that awake look now. So you can see all it's done is kind of refreshed the eyes, highlighted them, and that's what we're going to do. So it'll highlight the under eye, but it will also, it will kind of calm down the tone of the chin area. So that's what we wanted for that section of my face. We wanted to calm down that redness. Okay, so now is the time we're going to go in with that skin enhancer. I have never used it, guys. This is a new to me product, certainly not new. It's makeup by Mario. Mario is he may still be Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. So we're just making sure we have that, because so some people, what they do, so I've seen maybe 3 or 4 videos from different influencers. Someone's used it as a bronzer, someone's used it, they've put their concealer and foundation on and their primer, then they've used it as an all over skin enhancer. Some people have put it in areas that they want to kind of enhance basically. So what I'm going to try and do today is just use it as an all over very light enhancer. So what I'm going to try and do is focus on the forehead and the cheeks, maybe more the kind of contour line, things like that, but I don't want it to look too kind of structured as such. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to make sure everything's blended in really nicely. And as you can see, it's just kind of looks like my skin is having a really good skin day, but it's a bit glowy, and that's what we want. The harshness of winter, guys, the seasons, they really do affect the skin. Even if you're on a really good diet, you're doing your water, you're drinking everything you're supposed to be drinking, you're doing your smoothies, the effects of the environment are really, really kind of important in terms of the result they give our skin. So I have an SPF on. That's just another thing I want to say, because obviously the Kind and Free doesn't have SPF. I do have SPF on under my in my skincare itself. So now this is what we're going to do. So again, it did look very light, but there are different shades. I can pop them up here. I got mine on Sephora. I think it was £30. I didn't get mine on Sephora, sorry. What I did do is, it was kind of a bit cheeky because I did want to look anyway. And when I got it, I looked up where you got it, and then I looked up the price basically. And it's £30. It may be different. It may be different now, but I did get this as like a Christmas stocking present. But I did look up again, just being into makeup, how much it was. So that's what it looks like. It's a creamy consistency. So you would think that for me, it would scream going, you know, it doesn't scream put it all over your face. To me, it kind of says, you know, work it into the forehead, into the kind of the contour area, and then kind of go from there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use my Real Techniques, and this is the contour brush, but I like the fact that it's really fluffy. It's not so concentrated in any area, so you're not going to get a harsh line. So if you want that harsh line, you get it, but it's really easy to kind of blend out. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to take this, and I'm going in directly. Some people I see have used their sponge or their fingers. I've seen people use brushes. So I'm just choosing to use a brush. And I'm just going to bring, again, guys, this is my first time using any sort of Makeup by Mario product. And it does say it gives a glow from within. So that's what we're kind of looking for. It definitely does. It's got that sheer kind of look to it. It's not too heavy either, which I like. It's not going to counteract with anything or make anything else you've put on your skin look, you know, altered in any way. So that is really, really nice. I'm really liking that, guys. So that's what this one looks without. That's what it looks this. So it's just that kind of really, it's exactly what this video is for, guys. It's that glowy skin look. Now they do have different ones. If this is too light for you, this is the lightest, even though it looks quite dark in the pan. They do darker ones as well. So again, I'm going in again. It feels, if you're asking like how does it feel on the skin, a bit like a balm. It's a bit like a balm or a serum, maybe just a bit softer than a serum. But yeah, not greasy, but it has that kind of gel kind of feel, which I know probably doesn't make sense when you look at something like this. I would say just very soft, very soft. So if I looked into the mirror, would I put it all over the face? Possibly a bit on the nose, but no, I think this for me, now you could, I've seen a lot of people just put it all over their face after their foundation, really lightly, so not heavy. But again, what I will say is it is kind of a light product anyway. You would have to work at it to get a heavier coverage, which is good. I always like products that you can kind of go in and correct, whereas if something's quite heavy, you're kind of having to look at altering a lot more than just kind of adding. So if you can add to something, great, but if you have to kind of take away a step you've already done to correct something, then it can just be time consuming, and also kind of it's not what you want. So absolutely, guys, very, very glowy. That is certainly something I can see straight away off the bat. Definitely think it's a good, if I'm thinking to myself, would you go deeper? And this is it here. I mean, it might not show up, it's so sheer. Oh, it does, it shows up. Okay, let's have a look at it. So that's what it looks like. So that's the lightest color you'll get, guys. So for me, I really like it. I enjoy it. It's light, it's easy to apply. Anything that's easy to apply is a win-win for me. That's kind of, you do, I mean, I would say there's not as much product in it when you look at the kind of size. It's actually quite deep in the pan, so it actually only goes halfway down. So you don't get a huge amount. But again, if you look at what I didn't use a lot, not a lot was taken out, and so it probably would last a very long time. So yes, I think I wouldn't go any further than that. I mean, maybe just for the purpose of the first time use, we can go in again, just get that deeper look. But as you can see, it does just gently build up, and I really love products that just gently build up on the skin. I really do. Okay, so that's that. I'm happy, really happy with that. So we're going to go with the brows. My brows are my usual e.l.f. and this is the Precise Brow. Let me just check, guys. e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and it's got the brush on one end. So we're going to go in with that. But yes, absolutely, first impressions, really love it. Very glowy, very fresh. So I'd be really, really happy with that. I would certainly, I'm going to use that, make an effort to use it more. I would just put on, you know, this would be a great, if you're looking for something that you can pop on in work, daytime look, something you can just run out the door with, use in 5 minutes. It's very, very easy to apply and very easy to kind of manipulate where you want it on the skin. I would prefer a brush. Some people have. I might try it at some point with a sponge. But for me personally, it worked really, really well with the brush. So I will keep doing that. And that was just my Real Techniques contour brush. So I'm just, this is a twist pencil. I'm definitely getting to the end of that because that took a while to come up. So we're just gonna gently, as I said before, guys, when I said in my last video, I'm hoping to get my hair done towards the end of the month. There's a really, really beyond reasonably priced hairdresser here in Banbury. And she also does brows. So what I was going to try and do is, while I get my hair done, it shows you the brows kind of the same color, and see how that works. See if it, I think it makes them look a little bit, you know, if you've very thin brows like I do, I mean, you can see I have to fill them in. I used to have really thick brows, but it was a kind of a trend when I was younger to kind of just have them super thin. I had super thick brows, and I think just over time, and you know what it was, guys, I think it was me going to salons and getting them waxed. So it wasn't me kind of looking in the mirror, kind of plucking them or anything like that. I think I just continuously got them waxed out of habit, and then it just kind of, you know, went from there. So yeah, I'm going to make a kind of a effort to kind of pluck what doesn't need to be there, and then maybe just get them tinted, which will then make them look fuller. So yeah, I think that looks really, really good. I can still see that nice sheen from the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer. They had a Skin Perfector, which I think is like a powder, but it's like a multicolor powder. I don't think I need that. I've got the Wet n Wild. You know, this was a gift. So I'm certainly on a no buy for makeup. Skincare I'm really looking into. And you would have seen that from my vlog. The second kind of half of the vlog is me doing my nighttime skincare routine. So if you would like to see that, do take a look. I can also pop it somewhere here as I mention it on the video. So that's kind of what the brows look. That was e.l.f. and that was their Precise Brow. So what I'm going to do now, I wasn't really going to double up because it was a skin enhancer. But I was going to try and use some bronzing drops. These have squalene, hyaluronic acid, and grapeseed oil, and it's the bronzing drops from Revolution. This is their Bright Light. Now the reason I'm doing this, and if you're saying, oh well, it's supposed to be like a light, barely there look, I do want it to look light, but this is an enhancer, so you can see it's giving me color, it's giving me glow. This will just give me the bronze, light bronze look. So this is the lighter of the three I have. I do have the Drink Elephant and the W7, but this, I think I mentioned before, is more of a watery contact, a watery kind of product. So what I mean by that is it'll blend in really quickly and it will adjust to your skin tone. So that's what we want. So we're just gonna pop that across, and it will just kind of give me a little bit of slight definition. We certainly don't want to be too defined. We're going to go super light on the blush. I want it to look natural and glowy. This is what we want. We just want glow, a little bit of bronzy look, not too contoured, and then we're going to go for very light kind of eye look, very, very light. And then we still kind of look fresh. So that's what we're going to do. Again, I'm going to use the same brush, not going to kind of switch into anything. What you can do, if you are a bit nervous to bronzing drops, or new even to bronzing drops, you can warm them to the skin with a sponge and then manipulate the shape with a brush. So that's something that you can do sometimes. So we've just dotted that into place, and you can see, guys, it's barely made a difference, but it has, if you know what I mean. It's given us that kind of, just that little bit of a sun-kissed look. It hasn't taken away from the glow. So that's why I like this. Is more of a, I wouldn't say it's water-based, but it's more of a liquid-based drop than any other, that's the blush one, sorry, any other product I've used. So what we're going to do now that that's done is I'm just going to pop this on. This is just something that I do. It's a step that I do. You don't have to do it in any way. This is just the lip injection extreme. It's not anything that you have to do. I'm just finding that I've moisturized my lips. I just want my lips to be enhanced slightly because we're putting a very natural look today. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm not actually putting lipstick on, because this is a glowy kind of natural look, but this will then just make the looks look a little bit better even, and then just kind of gloss. You can just use your own gloss, you can use a lipstick, anything you want. For me, it's moisturizing. I moisturize my lips anyway, but it just gives that kind of nice glow. You can use your own particular gloss. This just kind of makes it a little bit bigger. So that's what we're going to do with that. And we're going to leave that there. Now we're going to move in with the blush. The blush, again, I'm using is something that I'm going to go over with the Rimmel Maxi Blush, but this is a putty blush, and it's the e.l.f. and it's in Tahiti. So I'm going to do really, really light again. You could use the blush, but we have rosy pink actually, so we do have the kind of match to the bronze, and I think why don't we stick with like a more of a less thick, so maybe not putty, we'll go for a less thick natural look. And this, I think this is the only color they do. This is rosy pink. So I just want you to see as I'm putting it on there, slightest pressure, and it comes out really nice color. That's going to be warmed in with a sponge too, so that's what it looks like. And then we're just going to put it really, really light, guys, really light. Just warm that with the finger too. Warm it up with the finger, and you can see, guys, it's that slight enhancement. That's all we need. You don't even need a sponge for this or a brush. So you can see from this side it's glowy, this side it's glowy with a touch of blush. So that's all I want. So if you're looking for more of a, I would say a liquid watery base, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a water base completely 100%, but it's a lighter kind of formula than any other kind of drops that I've used before. So we're just, can you see that, guys? It just, and I might do a little bit here, that's fine. And that's it. That's kind of like, it's such a gentle look, but it's glowy. It's a glowy skin. And then the more you add to your diet, the more you do personally, and you know, eat well, it will all kind of come together. But this is a really nice, quick, kind of really good look to do. I know it's not quick in terms of what we're doing today, but really you could definitely kind of, I was going to go over it with the Maxi Blush, but actually I don't want it to look too there, if you know what I mean. So what we're going to do now is I wanted to show you some lip stains that are, sorry, not lip stains, lip and cheek stains, and these are just a non-branded one I got on Amazon. I know they were kind of really kind of in November and December. This is what they look like. They have a little stopper on them, and they, if you were kind of going to go for more of a nighttime kind of, they're like a jelly consistency. That's the color. They're really strong, so they're just really nice. I do have a short on it actually, guys, but they're really blendable, lovely, very refreshing. I will put the link to them below as well. These are the Nouvelle spray. So that's what they look like. Gorgeous packaging too. So that's that. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to go in with my Profusion, and this is just my eye base, and then we're going to go for a very gentle look from one of my e.l.f. quads. So this is just the Profusion white pigment base. So all I do is, some people do sponges, some people use a brush. I dot it around and then warm it gently into the skin, gently. And I always say, if you've never seen me do this before in any video, or you're new to the videos, I know it can look quite kind of harsh, ghostly like, but it does warm to the skin. I'm just going to get a little bit more there on this side, and it keeps the eyeshadow on all day. It's really, really good, guys, for the price too. This is Profusion, sorry, Profusion, guys. Okay, so that's the basis done. I'm gonna go and get my e.l.f. eyeshadow, and then I'll be back. What I'm using today, as we're kind of going for that natural look, is the e.l.f. and it's just their kind of matte squad. You get 4, you got a deep, medium, kind of a warm brown, and then you get the white too. I'm going to go in with the white, and then we're just going to use a very medium toned brown today. A barely there look. You don't have to do eyeshadow if you don't want to, because we are just going for that glowy skin, kind of healthy look, but this is what they look like. I've had it for a while, and we're just going to go over this with the eye, and then we're going to go in with this nice little warm brown, which is perfect for kind of winter, autumn. You could go deeper if you wanted to, but just for the purpose of like the glow today and the natural look, I'm going to go in with just the warmer tone and then the kind of cream first to place it. So that's nice and sticky now. I wait for the pigment base to get really sticky so I know it's kind of set properly. I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush from e.l.f. and all we're going to do is go around with that white colour, cream kind of color. This is a really nice palette for every day. That's what it looks like on the brush, and I'm just going to dab that in around the eye where we're going to be doing the color. And you can also see when you bring it in a little bit more, it just brightens the eyes a bit. So that's what we're going to do on the other side. I think this year, as we said, the Mocha Mousse is going to be the colour of the year, but I think there's so many ways to adapt that. And daytime looks can be glowy, the skin can look gorgeous. Obviously the skin, what I said before is, and I really do believe this, your skin care is going to determine what your skin looks like any time of the year. So really, really look into your skincare, if you're using the right products for your skin, what type of skin do you have you got sensitive or combination, and really go for products that are recommended for that. So that's kind of what that looks like. It's just this color here. Again, you can see it kind of warms to the skin too. It looked a lot paler when I put it on originally, but then it did warm to the skin. So we're just going to go in with this warmer brown just on the lid, really gently, guys, and then some mascara. That's what that looks like. Again, I can use the same brush, just tapping off the excess, and really gentle and light. If you have hooded eyes, guys, go a little bit higher, not too much, a little bit higher, so you still get that effect that other shaped eyes get. Now you can see what that's done. You can tone it down if you want to. This is the warmest brown in the palette. I do like it. And I'm going to use the same amount of colour I have on to try and kind of use up what I have on this brush on the other eye. And then if I need to go in again, I will. But I do it super gentle, circular motions. And you can see what you get there. A little bit more. I think I do just need a little bit more. And that's kind of the eye look, and then you can kind of just warm that into the skin. And that's kind of the look. Very natural, guys. You don't need to do the step where I kind of put some eyeshadow on. You can go in with just mascara. But I just think the overall look, it just kind of focuses the eyes as well as the face as well, but it's not too kind of unnatural looking. So then what we're going to do is just get a clean brush, and we're just going to merge those two colors together. And that's what the eye look looks like. What I'll do is I'll pop on my mascara and we'll come back. So that's the mascara. This is the Collections Mile High. It's really, really good mascara. It's waterproof. It's got the fiber brush to it. If I just show you, it has that fiber brush, but the shape, it gets this kind of quite small, you know, in the corners, so it really gets those inner lashes really easily, and it doesn't leave any fallout, anything like that. Dries really quick too. So this is kind of the kind of glowy skin. Again, the eyeshadow you don't have to do. I just kind of think it's a nice little kind of bronzy, a little bit kind of lighter than the bronze, and it just kind of defines the face a bit for me anyway. So what do I think of the Mario, the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer? For me, it's really nice. It's pleasant to use. I definitely saw a result. There's probably other products out there that do the same thing, but this is in light. It does come in medium and dark as well. So I was very surprised to see how dark it was when it came, but then obviously when we put it on today, we did see that it is lighter. And what I did is I got my number 7, and this is the High Shine Lip Crayon, just in case you're somebody that does like to have a little bit of colour. The lip crayons from number 7 are really, really good, and I think the colour I've got today really would go with everything. This is Daydreamer. So all we're going to do, and it's really soft, it's really nice, I think it'll complement what we've done. So we're just going to put it on, and you'll see it doesn't change the colour too much. So what I'll do is I'll show you the colour on my hand as a swatch, because this is my own, and this is what Daydreamer looks like. You can see how much you have to kind of put on to get the colour, which can be good sometimes as well, because it's not really strong. That's why I picked it for this look. So for me, this is kind of a nice look. It kind of, everything I think enhances the skin, and that's what I wanted to come across today, as well as kind of looking after our skin, you know, with skincare and diet. The products I wanted to use today particularly gave that glow and that sheen to kind of complement the look we're actually going for. So this is the look, guys. Let me know what you think. If there's products that you've used or that you would like me to use in terms of any looks that you would like, do let me know in the comments. It was really fun look to do, guys. It's certainly daytime kind of friendly. I do think it was really fun to use the Makeup by Mario Skin Sculpt as well, Soft Sculpt even. Fun to see kind of what it did. I used it obviously with my foundation and concealer, but I have seen people just use it on its own. And I was like, for me, I put the foundation, concealer, and then I put it over it, which was nice because it gave us that start to a bronze. It gave us that start to kind of a bronzed look, which I liked. And again, what I do like is that it's buildable. I think any product that's buildable, whether that's blush, eyeshadow, that gives you the control as well. So this is the look, guys. I hope you have a really good day, and I'll see you in the next video.